we will be cruel to the Germans. They will find the evidence of our cruelty in the disemboweled, dismembered, and disfigured bodies of their brothers we leave behind us. And the German will fear us. And when the German closes their eyes at night, and they're tortured by their subconscious for the evil they have done, it will be with thoughts of us that they are tortured with. Sound good?
Hi!
You ever think to yourself, you know, I like World War II, but there just weren't enough magical girls? Well, Izetta the Last Witch has you covered. It takes place in kind of Europe during sort of World War II. See, they try to hide their countries behind fake names, but I think I broke their code. Germania, that's Nazi Germany. Britannia, that's Great Britain. And the United States of Atlanta, obviously France. Germania has just started up their Cleanse Europe of the Jews strategy, and the small country of Elstat's next up on their spring cleaning list. However, Elstat's Archduchess, Fine, happens upon the last of the witches, Izetta, and is like, hey, you wanna go kill those Nazis for us? And Izetta's like, only if you have Yuri's sexual tension with me. Bing bang boom, you got yourself an anime. The premise for Izetta is great. Magical girls, alright. World War II, getting better. Witch riding an anti-tank rifle like it's a broom, 10 out of 10, best anime ever. The problem is, that's as far as the writer's creativity went. The plot doesn't really deviate from standard war narrative building. There are twists and betrayals, but if you've seen any war movie before, you can see them coming. Izetta's writer, Hiroyuki Yoshino, also wrote Guilty Crown and Code Geass, and he doesn't stray very far from his own laurels. You found a girl in a box? That's weird. Whoa, she has magical powers? Is she gonna help us defeat the evil empire? She is? Whoa, what a fantastic and completely unique set of events. That all said, you can't expect much from Izetta. Going to a show about magical girls in World War II for scriptwriting lessons is sort of like going to your local bishop for tips on picking up women. Even if you get a couple lines, they're only going to work on 12-year-old boys. If you can get past the narrative issues and just focus on the spectacle, Izetta the Last Witch really starts to shine. Magic versus realistic guns is not a very common mashup, and for good reason. Trying to combine fantastical elements with realistic modern combat is expensive and difficult to choreograph. On top of that, it's easy to lose broader things like character and plot progression beneath the spectacle of war. I mean, just look at a Michael Bay movie.
Look at this mother...
So something as complex and contrived as magic can be too much to add to an already overburdened war story. Izetta the Last Witch takes this challenge head on, and while it doesn't pull out any big surprises, it does manage to get from point A to point B without losing its train of thought. In fact, Izetta's biggest issue is that it fears losing coherency so much, it spends too much time away from the battlefield. I mean, I'm all for character and world building, but maybe in a show about magical girls fighting Nazis, there should be more explosions than exposition. When they finally get to combat, it's great. Cool explosions, aerial combat, the atrocities of war, British people, all great. But with the overall blandness of the narrative, the wait between combat can feel much too long. If you're the kind of person that can grimace through the Star Wars prequel's shitty writing just because you enjoy the clones and lightsaber fights, then Izetta should be a fun show to binge. However, if you're the kind of person where the words, "she rides an anti-tank rifle like a broom," don't at least interest you, then give this one a miss.